Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to the Newcastle Knights 2021 season review. I hope you guys are doing well on this Thursday night. Before I get into the Newcastle Knights 2021 season review, I just want to apologise real quick. I haven't done a YouTube video since Monday night. It's now Thursday. The reason why I haven't done a video is because on Tuesday afternoon, I received my second dose of Pfizer. I am now double vaccinated. Side effects took a day and a bit just to kick in. I had a bit of a sore arm. I was very tired and I had the runs. But outside of that, everything's good. Back to normal. Arm's pretty much 100%. It's about 95% now. So things are back on track. So I'm double vaccinated now, so I'll see you guys all at Magic Round next year. I can go to any game of football I want to now. And also, the other thing I want to announce real quick, Friday night, which is tomorrow night, 9 p.m. New South Wales time, 8 p.m. in Queensland. It is the off-season edition of the Nick from Australia late night footy show. So get ready. It's going to be a fantastic night. The Nick from Australia late night footy show, Friday night, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. New South Wales, 8 p.m. up there in Queensland. I had a look on YouTube on my analytics and stuff like that, and I'm pretty sure about 80% of my viewers and subscribers are from Queensland. So the Nick from Australia late night footy show returns tomorrow night. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. So I hope you guys tune in. It's going to be a good show, and I look forward to seeing you guys for that. But let's get into the video for tonight, which is the Newcastle Knights 2021 season review. Let's go through. So Newcastle, they finished the season in 7th place on the competition ladder, a record of 12 wins and 12 losses. They ended up, how many points they ended up on the Knights? They ended up on 26 competition points. They had a good season. They made the top 8 in 2020 as well, where they finished 7th as well. They played South and they got beat in that elimination final by a fair bit after leading 16-0. And this year they played Parramatta in the elimination final and they were beaten 26 points to 18, I believe the score was. So a great season from Newcastle. They did well. I thought they probably overachieved a little bit. They had a lot of injuries as well this year as well. But I've got to say, full credit to them. Getting to the finals once again, back-to-back. So good. Oh, no, actually it was 28-20, that elimination final against Parramatta. But I'd say that season was a pass mark, but let's go through let's go through that season. So round 1, they had a win over the Dogs there, winning 32 points to 16. Round 2, they beat the Warriors, I believe, with about a couple minutes to go. They beat them 20 to 16. Round 3, I believe it was Mitchell Pearce's 300th game. They were beaten 24 to 20. Round 4, they were beaten by the Dragons, 22 points to 13. Round number 5. They were beaten by the Titans, 42-16. Round 6, they beat the Sharks with a couple minutes to go, 26-22. Round 7, they were beaten by Penrith, 24-6. Round 8, the Roosters beat them 38 points to 4. Round 9, the Knights, they came back from 16-0 down to beat Canberra, 24-16 at Wagga Wagga. Round 10, they lost to the Tigers at Magic Round, 36-18. Round 11, they were beaten by the Cowboys, 36-20. Round 12, they beat Manly, 18 points to 10. Round number, where are we now? Round number 13, the halfway mark, they were beaten by Parramatta, 40-4. Round 14, they were beaten by Souths, 24-10. Round 15, they beat the Warriors, 10 points to 6. Round 16, the Knights beat the Cowboys, 38 points to 0. Round number 17, Newcastle had the bye. Round 18, they were beaten by the Storm, 48-4. Round 19, the Knights were beaten 28-8. Round 20, they beat Canberra 34-24. Round 20, they beat the Broncos 28-20. Round 21, oh, hang on, what round are we up to now? It's fucking hell. It doesn't tell me the rounds, like what numbers. So yeah, they beat the Broncos 28-20. They beat the Sharks 16-14. They beat the Dogs 22-16. And in last round, round 25, they beat the Titans 15 points to 14. And around 24, it was actually against the Titans. They beat them by 1. In the last round, they were beaten by Brisbane because they rested pretty much the whole forward pack. They were beaten 35 points to 22. So obviously up and down year for Newcastle. 12 wins, 12 losses. They got him into the top 8 by 2 games or so. So good job for the Knights. They made the top 8. They did well. Fair play to them. Not a bad year. They made the finals again, back-to-back years now for the first time in quite some time. Adam O'Brien has done a great job with the Newcastle Knights. So, if I had to give their season a rating out of 10, I'd probably give the Newcastle Knights season a 6 out of 10. I think it was a pass mark. I think they did pretty well. Obviously, losing to Parramatta in that final, which was a bit disappointing. They could have won that game. Obviously, the controversial part of that elimination final where Gutherson knocked the ball on, but apparently drop-kicked it. And at that point, Newcastle were down by 2 points with less than 5 minutes to go. There was still 3 minutes to go in the game or something. I think it was 3 or 4 minutes to go. And that controversial moment happened where pretty much gave Newcastle no chance to win the game. But in saying that, they had 70 minutes to win the whole game. I also reckon Newcastle were a bit fucked over in that elimination final against Parramatta, but it doesn't matter now. It's all irrelevant, and they can change that next year. But I think Newcastle, with what they had, obviously a lot of injuries again. Ponga wasn't there a lot. When he was there, it was very important. I thought Newcastle's forward pack did a great job for him this year. I thought the likes of Saifidi really stood up. Mitch Barnett, once again, very consistent season from him. I thought Tyson Frizzell was a little bit quiet for his standards. I thought the likes of David Clemmer and Brady Jones also did a great job for Newcastle. Connor Watson as well. So I thought that forward pack really stood up, and some of their outside backs were very good as well. You know, I thought Heimel Hunt had a really good season. I thought Bradman Best, when he was there, when he was fit, I thought he was very good as well. Mitchell Pearce as well, a very important part of their team at halfback. But having a look at that season, giving their best and worst result, I'd say the Newcastle Knights' best win of the season, you probably have to say the one against the Cowboys there, back in round 16, where they beat the Cowboys 38 points to 0. That was probably the Newcastle Knights' best result of the season. The Newcastle Knights' worst result of the season, there were a couple of really bad results for Newcastle. But if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with the one, obviously you can say Melbourne 48-4 was pretty bad, but I'm actually going to go with the one at Magic Round against the Tigers. They were embarrassed at Magic Round. They were absolutely blown up the park. They were humiliated. And I was at Magic Round, and I got to say, there were a lot of Newcastle Knights fans in attendance or where I was sitting, and they were really disappointed after that loss. So I'd say Magic Round was their worst loss, and I'd say the one against the Cowboys, 38-0 over the Cowboys in round 16, was probably the Newcastle Knights' best result of the season. Now, let's go through some of their players, or we'll go through the whole their roster, and we'll go through who had a good year and who had a bad year and who had an average year. Mitch Barnett, I thought he had a great year. Mitch Barnett, I thought he was outstanding. Bradman Best had a good season, I thought. Jaden Brayley, I thought he was great as well. Underrated player, I thought he had a good season. Jay Clifford came mid-year. Thought he did a tremendous job, so I thought Clifford was very good for Newcastle when he came in. Phoenix Crossan didn't play a whole lot. I thought he was okay when he was there. Lachlan Fitzgibbon had a few injuries, but, you know, he had a solid run when he was playing. Tyson Frizzell, I thought he was quiet. Tyson Frizzell, Frizzell's a very good player. Don't get me wrong, but I thought he was very average for his standards. He could have been a lot better. Tex Hoy didn't play a whole lot, but was solid when he was there. Heimel Hunt, I thought he was great. Brody Jones, a very handy player. I thought he was good for Newcastle as well. Josh King, thought he was good for the bench when he came on and when he played. I thought Josh King was very good. David Clemmer, I thought he was excellent for the Knights this year. He played a lot of the bench. I thought he did a great job, David Clemmer. Kurt Mann, average year for mine. Still trying to figure out what Kurt Mann's position is, but I think he's a utility player. I think Kurt Mann's a jersey 14. I don't think he's a 5'8". I don't think he's a hooker. I don't think he's a centre. Obviously, he can play the odd game there if needed, but he's obviously a jersey 14 for mine. Braden Musgrove didn't play much, but when he did, I thought he was okay. Mitchell Pearce, I thought he was excellent for Newcastle. Mitchell Pearce, experienced number 7. I thought he was great for the Knights. Kalen Ponga was good. Definitely needs to learn to stay fit. Hopefully he can stay fit next year. Daniel Saifidi, I thought he was probably their best player. I thought he was great. Jacob Saifidi was also tremendous. I Solo, the young forward, I thought he was good. Shamasaki was average. Sawasa Su did some good things as well. Stafford Toll was good. The games he did play. Anari Chihuahua had a good year as well. Dominic Young, a bit of a backup player, but did well. And I thought Connor Watson was very important, so I thought he played really well. The development players, Jack Johns didn't play a whole lot, but looks promising. Chris Randall, another one who looks promising as well. So yeah, they're probably, obviously that's the whole roster for Newcastle. If I had to pick out their best and worst for the season, I'm going to say their best of the season. There's a few of them that you can really choose from here, but I'm going to say Newcastle Knights' top 3 best players of the year. I'm going to go Mitchell Barnett. I'm going to go Jaden Brayley. And I'm going to go Daniel Saifidi as their best. As their worst, might be a bit harsh, but I'm going to go Kurt Mann, because I thought he was really average this year, Kurt Mann. And look, I think he's a great player, but Tyson Frizzell was average as. And the other one I would say, probably Shimasaki, but if I had to pick out their overall worst player, I'm going to go with Kurt Mann. Not a fan one bit of Kurt Mann, not a fan at all. But overall, Newcastle Knights, they had a really good season. I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. Their best player, I'm going to go with Daniel Saifidi. Their worst player, I'm going to go with Kurt Mann. Their best win was against the Cowboys in round 16. Their worst result was the one against against the Tigers up there at Magic Round, in my opinion. Also, it's going to be interesting to see how Newcastle Knights go next year. They've obviously lost Mitchell Pearce now. They gained Dane Gagai, who will go to the halves. Does that mean Kurt Mann goes to the halves with Jake Clifford? Do they go with Phoenix Crossland? Do they go with Adam McClune? I've got some options at Newcastle, but it's going to be weird. It's going to be weird to see how they go, because the last 2 years, Newcastle have finished 7th on the ladder. They look like they're building to a team that can be a really good force, great forward pack, backline's improving, and then they go ahead and get rid of their experienced halfback and Mitchell Pearce. So I'm not sure how Newcastle are going to go in 2022, but it's going to be a bigger challenge for them next year than what it has been the last 2 years for the Newcastle Knights. But overall, a pass mark for Newcastle, and I think next year will be a big challenge for Adam O'Brien. So, guys, that's it for the Newcastle Knights 2021 season review. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night, 9 PM New South Wales time, 8 PM in Queensland, for the Nick from Australia late night footy show, the off-season edition. See you guys then. Have a good night.